Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the frail
but hot 83 degrees. Welcome to All Pro Racing. Today's special event, PAD, People Against Distracted Driving monthly race. My name's Mike Ellis. Joining me in the booth, Jonas Hankins. Behind the cameras, Michael D'Amico. Got a very special event here, Talladega Superspeedway. Overcast, 83 degrees. Winds out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Relative humidity, 54%. Got a long one today, 122 laps. Lots of good drivers out there, Jonas. I know you've been watching practice. What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a lot of good drivers out here, Mike. It's looks like it's going to be a good one tonight. Like you said, 122 laps. It's going to be a long one. Let's see what happens.
Well, obviously you got to finish first to first finish before to finish first. Boy, that's a mouthful. That's a long race. You know, it's all going to be about getting past this first, 3/4 of the race without getting wrecked. Knowing how PAD runs their races, I don't think they have resets available. So I think everyone's going to be real keen on keeping it clean here, at least in the beginning.
Sure, Mike. It's looks like it's going to be a lot of people, a lot of drivers. They might be sitting back waiting. It's going to be a long one.
First lap times are starting to roll in, but here at Talladega, the second lap is always faster, typically. Many thanks to tonight's sponsor, Michael Angelo's Painting. For all your commercial and residential painting needs in the Mesa, Arizona area, please call 480-510-5388. Or visit us on the internet at michelangelospainting.web44.net. Second lap times are starting to roll in. Looks like provisional pole sitter Helge Gravemeyer in the 911 car with a 54.736. Ronald Jones on the outside row with a 54.746. Boy, you could throw a blanket over these top 15. Got really close times, all within about a tenth. It's like 26 cars have taken time. And it looks like everyone has run their laps, I believe. Looks like our pole sitter is going to be Helge Gravemeyer. Helge. Not sure exactly where Gravemeyer is from, but I know he's from Europe somewhere, so maybe we'll chat with him later. Looks like he's going to be our pole sitter here at the PAD monthly race. So Jonas, I do believe the tower is going to join us in the booth here briefly and give some discussion to the drivers about the event. So we'll be waiting for that
Mighty
moment.
fine laps, mighty fine laps. Congrats there, Helgi, on the pole. Good job. Pad racers, first and foremost, welcome. Thank you for being here. Just want to go over a couple of quick things here, and then I'll shut up so you can have a moment to kind of get yourself all together. Right up on the top, need to say thank you very much to All Pro Racing, our broadcast crew and team tonight, Mike Ellis, I'm sorry, got totally distracted there. Not good. Our broadcasting crew tonight, Mike Ellis, Jonas Hankins. These guys take time to do this, fellas. They're not being paid big bucks to do this, so we very much appreciate them being there. Michael D'Amico is behind the cameras, and they do a great job. And so thank you guys very, very much for broadcasting this for us. You see this being broadcasted live right now in 2 or 3 different places, actually. And with that in mind, remember now, profanity will not be tolerated. Any profanity, I know how, we get caught up in the heat of the moment, but any profanity, you will be removed immediately. Black flags are not cleared under no circumstances. Tonight's pace grid format, it's double file, lap trucks inside. We will be honoring Lucky Dog. Just remember now, with 10 to go, Lucky Dog is not issued. 10 to go to checkered, Lucky Dog is not issued. Tonight's format, listen up, tonight's format. We will be exercising the Nikki Thunder lap on lap 22. For those of you who have not done that with us before, basically what we do is I am going to throw a caution on lap 20. No one is to pit. No one is to pit. When we take lap 22, there needs to be complete radio silence. We do this in memory of Nikki Kalini, the spirit and face of PAD, as well as all those who have lost their lives and or been injured as a result of distracted driving, needless distracted driving. Then when we take the green again, until we reach lap 7.5, and I will come on and remind everyone, your format will be no push the leader. Now how this works is you can push anywhere, anytime on the track. You just cannot push the lead truck. And the lead truck is determined by the pack, not by the relative. You cannot push a lap truck down either. Scenario, you got 4 trucks side by side. If there is not at least one truck length of separation between those trucks, there is no leader. Everybody keep pushing. Once there's at least a minimum of 1 truck length between those 4 vehicles, lead trucks need to go on up and then break apart. One going one lane, one going another lane. It's best if you go up about 2 truck lengths so it can be done safely, because as you all know, you're gonna parachute a little bit and you got a train coming behind you. So get on up in front of the group and then split up. Do not follow. When we take lap 7.5, we'll go to all push at lap 7.5. And again, I'll keep you guys aware of where we are. Keep us on the same page. Any questions about tonight's format? Speak up now. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. There's no dumb questions. I'm not trying to, it's not designed to confuse you. It's designed to challenge you.
Any recess?
Yes, sir. I believe there are supposed to be 8. Should be 8.
The first 20 laps, is it what for?
Yeah, thank you, Dustin. First 20 laps, it's going to be all push. All push on the first 20 laps. Till the competition caution, Nikki Thunder lap caution comes out, it's all push.
And Kerwin, we're not allowed to pit at all during the competition caution?
Yes, sir, that is correct. No pitting during the competition caution, Nikki Thunder lap caution.
What if you're already on pit road?
just before the caution comes out.
Well, not a lot we can do about that, but hopefully that won't be the situation.
So that caution's coming out 21 to 22?
Yeah, that caution will be issued when the leader takes lap 20. Guys, if you want to pit prior to that, that's up to you. That's your strategy. I'm just saying during that, once that competition caution flies, no one is to pit.
So coming on lap 21, coming around to take 22. A lot of guys are going to be doing that.
No. You might want to pit prior to the competition caution being thrown on lap 20 when the leader takes lap 20. But at that point, no one is to pit. Once that competition caution comes out, no one is to pit.
That competition caution going to be on 20 or 22?
There you have it, Mike.
Competition caution will be
Well, there you have it.
when the leader takes
you've heard
lap
the tower
20.
explaining the rules to the drivers just before the race.
When the leader takes 20.
It reminds me, Jonas, of the NASCAR All-Star race where everybody goes into that Charlotte weekend not really understanding what the format is, but they'll figure it out right when it's time, when they get in the car.
Yep, sounds like it's going to be a good one. Pushing first 20 laps, and we'll have a caution to have on lap 22 a silent. I'm thinking a silent lap, and sounds like it's going to be a really, really interesting race tonight. It really does.
Yeah, it's certainly a neat format, with the push for 20 laps and then no push for, 50 laps or whatever, and then you can push again, to the end. Should open up for some strategies. I do want to highlight something we heard in the Q&A as the tower was talking to the drivers. One of the drivers mentioned, what if I pit before the competition caution? Now, I believe last month, one of these drivers did something similar and it ended up with the lead. How does that work out, Jonas?
That's a very good question, Mike. That's kind of a speechless answer, but question. But I don't really know what to say on that. But that sounds like a good thing if you end up in the lead like that. Yeah, I probably would. Go in there and give me some fresh goods and some fuel and go at it.
Well, I think the part that's confusing to most drivers about this format is you cannot pit during this competition caution. You cannot get fuel during that time. So if you're in need of fuel, you're either going to have to pit right before or right after that. So strategy is certainly going to come into play as we approach the competition caution. Let's watch closely who decides to pit early, and then how does it shake out? Do they end up front, or where do they end up? I think it's a good move to actually pit prior to this, so you don't have to pit after the competition caution. You can stay on the track and collect that track position.
Sure, Mike. If you had a real good teammate that pit with you, yeah, it would work out to the good.
Well, I wonder, how long it'll be before the drivers catch on, if that's the case, and we'll certainly watch closely today here at the event and see how it shakes out. We're about ready to start gridding up as these guys are preparing. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to like us over on YouTube and Facebook. We're also on the Twitter, All Pro Racing. Lots of good drivers in this event, so everyone expecting some good racing, I think. Yep, Helge Gravemeyer Helgi is on the pole, sporting the People Against Distracted Driving 911 Chevy Silverado. You're going to see a lot of pad.org trucks in this event. A lot of people come out and support all they can. Congratulations to Helgi. On the outside row, Ronald Jones. In the Rock and Roll Racing ZZ Top. Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, Van Halen, Leonard Skinner. Rock and Roll Racing Machine, I love that one. Mark Moffitt starting third. Dustin Lee in the Olive Hills Welding. Chevy Silverado starting in the 4th spot. And check out his back deck lid. He's got our race sponsor on there, Michelangelo's Painting. Jeremy Crandall starting 5th. He's late getting into practice, but didn't seem to affect him here. Crandall running the Hermie Sadler Foundation. 1 lap at a time, Chevy Silverado.
Starting 6th in the 55 truck, Scott Amy. Scott, I've been in a few races with him, and he's a pretty good driver. Started in the 7th spot in the 33 truck, Rod Romanus. He's in just about every race I've been broadcasting here lately. But he's a pretty good driver. Let's see what he does tonight. Starting in the 8th spot in the 29 truck, Gary Consleman. I hope I'm saying that right. Starting in the 9th spot in the 036, Tony Olderman. I hope I'm saying that right. Starting in the 10th in the 46 truck, Buddy Walters.
All right, and starting 11th, Bobby Stewart in the 16. Stewart Virtual Racing. James Torrey starting 12th in the another pad truck. Doyle Lawrence starting 13th in another pad truck. How about that? Richard Stalling. Needs a sponsor out there. Houston Hammer starting 15th in another pad truck.
16th in the 65 truck, Kevin Crane. Starting in the 17th spot in the 03, Wallace Stevens. Starting in the 18th spot in the 6th truck, Devin Reese. Starting in the 19th spot in the 31 truck, Paul Sheldon.
And Damon Gilbert starting 20th, All-Pro Racing's very own. Michael Norris starting 21st. Lloyd Sanders 22nd. Jimmy Tolliver, one of those super speedway specialists, is starting in the 13 truck in 23rd. Bobby Everhart starting in the 24th spot. James Peterson 25th. William Kehoe in the 26th. And the final qualifier tonight, Michael Johnson in the 24 truck. Looks like we got 2 others, the 21 and the 37, didn't take qualifying laps, and they're at the tail end of the field. Got the Golden Oreos truck back there. Let's see how they do, starting in the rear. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to join us every Tuesday night for our regular weekly events, 9 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube. Pace car's about to pull off here. Remember, these guys got a long race. They want to keep it clean, green and clean here. Green, green, green. Kind of slow bringing them down. Anything goes here, Jonas. You can push anyone, any lane.
For sure, Mike. I like to be on the inside, just to let it, smoothing out. It's going to be a long race.
So we got Helgi Greatmeyer racing with the 14, Ronald Jones, who's on the outside, being pushed by Dustin Lee. The pusher on the inside, Mark Moffitt, in that 10 truck. And we didn't see Mark. He was late to grid, but he's got quite a colorful paint job there. Running second. the Ratitude truck. You certainly don't want to overheat your engines, but these guys can probably push for about 3 laps here before they need to worry about it. They're starting to break off in pairs. As Dustin Lee goes high, I was just thinking Dustin's probably looking for his teammate who's farther back. And it looks like Dustin's going to lay off and roll back. And he's up against the wall there. Maiden. Kind of left Ronald Jones no one to work with. And he's the first one on the outside lane. We've seen Dustin Lee, Danny Gilbert work together before, and they like to hang out at the back in the early part of these races, stay out of trouble. And you see Dustin Lee just doing that strategy right now. And now they're all lined up, top 10 here. It looks like Jonas on the bottom, just like you said.
Yeah, Mike, we got a line on the outside working pretty good. Looks like it's about 4 trucks in it. Looks like it's coming up about mid pack on the inside.
Yeah, they're trying to get something going, but boy, there's a lot of trucks on this inside lane. And a lot of people just content to ride. Some checking up going up in the front of this line up front. As the 10 truck, Mark Moffitt ducked out a little bit to get some air. That's only going to help that second lane. So a lot of different leagues have members that have attended this event or in this event. I know of a contention from, of course, All Pro Racing is in here. Contention from KMA Racing as well. And I believe I saw some of these guys from one of those other ones I can't forget. I can't remember. But it's nice that they all come together for this event. To support a good cause, people against distracted driving. And I tell you what, Jonas, you can't iRace and be distracted, or you're in the wall, I guarantee it.
No, Mike, you can't. You really can't. You got to be really on the wheel in iRacing. And these guys have really proven that, you know, it's not easy out there, but, it looks like it's a good show. You know, they're putting on a good show out here.
Kind of making it look easy. I noticed the trucks aren't moving around much. They seem to be pretty set into the track tonight. Well, we got some 3 wide going for 6th spot here. As the 14 and 46 are side by side, and the 55 is looking on the outside. '46 is Buddy Waters. And it looks like Buddy's kind of trying the middle as he's got a pair trying to go around the outside. I tell you, that outside lane is really tough. And Buddy Waters finally gets the hole and ducks it down. We're coming to take lap 7 of 122. Let's go through the field here. Helge Grigmeyer, our leader, being pushed by Ronald Jones in the 14. Excuse me, in the 10, I'm sorry, Mark Moffitt. Then it's Jeremy Crandall. Then Rod Romanus Sr. iRacing's own Iron Man in the 4th spot, working with Tony Oldham. That's a tough one. Tony Oldham, who's another super speedway specialist out here. And you know those guys are just riding, Jonas. They're not trying to get to the lead. They're just waiting for that competition caution.
Sure, Mike. It's going to be any drivers goes into pits. I'm looking for that myself before the competition caution.
Let's pick up 6th place, Ronald Jones. The Rock and Roll Racing truck being pushed there by James Torrey. Lots of purple out here. Of course, purple is the color of PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. Right behind them, the 46, Buddy Waters. And the Waters Roofing truck. And boy, they're all lined up here. 9th, Doyle Lawrence. Another PAD truck. And boy, you can really see the checking up going on and a wreck as they go around. The 08 involved. And we're under caution.
The 03 Wallace Stevenson really got loose.
Let's pick up a replay on Wallace Stevenson. As I was going through the field there, about 9th or 10th, they just started checking up, Jonas, and Wallace he checked up, but the other truck didn't enough, and he kind of got under him, and they made contact, collect the 31, as well as the 29 came by and made hard contact. 15 is involved. So tough break for Wallace Stevens. I could kind of tell there was a lot of checking up going on there, Jonas. As you get back to around 10th, 12th spot, it's hairy back there.
Sure, Mike. Probably came down to the wind. We got a little overcast here. I don't know how the wind's going, but it was a lot of trucks checking up. And a lot of trucks that got involved in that. And, I've seen a few that went behind the wall, but I don't know if they knew that there was a few race sets that they had or what, but yeah, it's still a long race. So
pit lane's open. Crandall pits. Moffitt pits. Hills, Gravemeyer, our leader, stays out. Rod Romanis stays out. Tony Oldham stays out. So we look like 12, 14 trucks are going to stay out on this caution, and everyone else is pitting for fuel. So this is interesting. Certainly will mix up the pit strategy. I can't imagine you're going to pit on this caution and then go pit right before the next competition caution, which is lap 20 or so, 21. So certainly some mixed strategy here. We'll try to keep track of it the best we can from the booth. But with a long race like this, you certainly want to be on top of your pit strategy. It's lap 10. Let's see if we can get a interview with the driver, our leader, Gravemeyer. Mike Ellis up in the booth for LG Gravemeyer. You got me?
Yeah.
Well, looking good out there in the purple, supporting the People Against Distracted Driving. Looking good up front. How's the truck? Looks pretty stable. And how's the race so far?
Yeah, it's humanity strikes. And so the leader must nothing do than hold the line, and the yellow line is close to going. And the rest is from behind. Have to be a good partner, and without you can go very good. Thanks for my car. Yes, this is patch paint from Jimmy Evelos.
All right, sounds great. And we know you're from Europe. Where in Europe are you?
Oh, I'm German, in the near from Hannover.
Well, thank you for joining us from Germany, and good luck. We'll be watching.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, there you have it. We have an international flavor going on tonight. Got Helgi Gravemeyer leading our race and showing these guys how it's done all the way from Germany. Most of these drivers are U.S. based. Let me take a look at the list. We do have a few Canadians in here, like 2 or 3, but most everyone, good old USA. So glad to have the international drivers with us. Jonas certainly adds to the competition.
Sure, Mike. I've been doing this for a long time, and them international guys will put a pretty bad beat up on you. But yeah, it's good to see it.
Yeah, certainly is. So pace car lights are still on here. I don't know the rules on restart, if we're going to double up or single file. We'll see as we come around. Many thanks to our sponsor tonight, Michelangelo's Painting. Make sure to check with Michelangelo's Painting for all your painting needs in the southeast Phoenix area. Commercial and residential available. My name's Mike Ellis. Jonas Hankins in the booth with me, and Michael D'Amico behind the cameras. We're All Pro Racing. Run events on every Tuesday night, Super Speedway Series. We also run a team in the official iRacing Series, the NASCAR official Road to Pro. Lots of team members working together over there, trying to better themselves and work their way up the ladder. If you're interested in being a part of All Pro Racing, make sure to join us on Facebook. But we're here sponsoring a special event tonight, People Against Distracted Driving. And the iRacing community has really come together to support this worthy cause, to try to save at least any lives that can be saved by education about distracted driving. That's our goal. The organization is closely tied to motorsports. I believe they have a driver, Justin Boston, that they're associated with. Justin, I believe, runs in the K&N East series, I believe. Working his way up through the NASCAR ranks. Hopefully we'll see Justin Boston in NASCAR with the pad colors.
That would be awesome to see that in NASCAR.
So pace car lights are off here. And interesting restart rules here in play, Jonas. I can tell we got the leaders on the outside row, and we got lap cars on the inside of the leaders up front. So the 37 Golden Oreo truck and the 29 Golden Eagle truck, those two are a lap down, and they're going to be racing and trying to get their lap back. If they get in front of the leader and the caution comes out, they will get that lap back. But our leader is Helgi, and he is on the outside in that purple. Pace car's off. Watch for checkups on this big line of cars. And do these lap cars have anything for green? It's a little checkup there. The 6 has to dive low. Back there about 8th or 9th spot. I'll make it through. With Helge gets a great start. He brings it down. What's Rod Romanus going to do? Looks like he's staying up. He wants the lead. Tony Oldman's pushing him through. We have a new leader. Some confusion on the driver channel about if we're pushing or not. Oh, as the 14 pushes Tony Oldman around, and they've wrecked in the front, and they all go around. 2, 3. I count only 3 trucks, 4 trucks that made it through there. That is the big one.
That was the big one. Yep, you're right, Mike. 4 trucks made it through there. Everybody else got caught up in the big one.
Yeah, you know, looking at the replay there of the Tony Oldman on the outside, the 14 did kind of hook bumpers wrong, and 30 is pushing on the 14, and that didn't help the situation, I'm sure. But the 14 hooks Tony Oldman, he gets into Gravemire, and then it's on. Lots of carnage out there. So there are several cars that did get through the wreck without damage that, you know, kind of crept through there later. But I'd say at least half of them got involved. Wow. So back to live action up front. It's Rod Romanus Sr., Buddy Waters, Doyle Lawrence. Excuse me, Buddy Waters, and then Mark Moffitt, then Doyle Lawrence. And Buddy stays out. Rod Romanus pits along with Mark Moffitt, and I'm sure everybody with damage is going to be bringing it in. So again, mixed pit strategy. If I was out there, I'd pit right now, so you don't have to pit later, you know.
Yeah, I would have pitted right there too, Mike. Still got a lot of them pad trucks up front. Good to see them pad trucks all through the field, really. But yeah, I would have went in there and pitted and seen what would have happened.
All right, let's see if we can pick up a driver interview. Who you want to talk to, Jonas?
Let's talk to Buddy Waters.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me before.
Buddy Waters, Jonas in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you. Go ahead.
How's the race treating you tonight? It's been seeing a lot of trucks moving around. Looks like it's been a little bit of overcast. I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but how's the race treating you tonight?
Well, I was doing pretty good. Got lucky there a few times. That last wreck, was able to get through it without getting in it, and that seemed to help. But yeah, the track feels good, and truck feels good, so I think we'll be all right.
All right, buddy. Good luck, and we'll be up here in the booth watching you, bud.
10-4, thank you.
Hey, where's car 37? Where's car 37 at?
Well, there you have it. Our leader, Buddy Waters, barely escaping through that. I don't think there were very many trucks at all that didn't get a piece of that or saw a piece of that. But boy, you don't see wrecks that big very often. So it looks like, looking at our leaderboard here, 27 cars on the lead lap. Ronald Jones and Gary Konzelman shown a lap down. Excuse me, as we go across the line, it resets. We have 25 cars on the lead lap. Ronald Jones, Devin Resch, William Kehoe, and Gary Konzelman all shown laps down. But I think Lucky Dogs will certainly play into effect with these guys. They're going to be racing for that Lucky Dog, where you're likely to have cautions, and they could certainly get back on the lead lap. So let's reset here up front. Pace car lights are off. Buddy Waters, our leader. On his inside is the 14 truck. Ronald Jones, who's a lap down. Now, I don't know where the other lap trucks are. They should be behind him, but I don't know where they're at the moment. Let's see. Devin Resch is behind the wall. It looks like William Kehoe is still on pit road, getting damage fixed. And Gary Konzelman is also on pit road still. So that answers that question. Doyle Lawrence outside behind Buddy Waters. At the 11th, Lloyd Saunders in 3rd. Bobby Everhart 4th. Sean Zulu 5th. So they're a little bit off the pace car. The pace car is about to pull off. These top 6 are kind of spread out. I'm kind of surprised. See if these guys are sleeping. Top 4 are actually real spread out. Green, green, green. I'm not sure what the strategy is there, Jonas, why they're so spread out.
I'm not sure neither, Mike. So it looks like they're dicing for position. They still could push right here on lap 17. So
yeah, this outside row, you can see they have all identical paint jobs. I believe these are the guys from KMA Racing. Doyle Lawrence, Lloyd Saunders, and Bobby Everhart obviously are sporting the same paints, and they're up here on the outside trying to get the lead as Buddy Waters takes it to the middle. We have 3 wide for the lead with the 14 desperately trying to get his lap back, but he has no help there in the middle as we're 3 wide. And not every driver in iRacing can get away with this. These guys are great driving out there. As the 11 gets the lead briefly on the outside, but he's not going to be able to hold it. Lloyd Saunders pushing like crazy, but they're just too close to the wall, I think. And now they get a run. You really got to pinch it off that wall. Scott Ammey making his way up to the top 5 with help from the 10, Mark Moffitt. And here's the strategy. Tony Oldman is pitting. Tony Oldman is pitting. Oh, they're all going to wreck. They're all going to wreck again. We're under caution. The 33 is involved.
68, Damon Gilbert.
It's the 55 goes up. The 55, Scott Ammey is there in the middle. And loses some air, I think, a little bit, but goes up into the outside lane a little bit. And it doesn't take much, and he hits the 1 and the 11, comes down and collects Lee and Gilbert. And Mark Moffitt's involved. Lots of people involved. But I told you 3 wide's not easy, Jonas, and we just saw the results of what can happen.
Yeah, Mike, I was pretty much dazed there. I have never seen that in iRacing personally myself. But, yeah, it's just 3 wide's not a good thing.
Lots of carnage. So, boy, this is a long race, and I hope we have enough trucks to finish it. The way they're piling them up here, I hope we have lots of resets. The other thing to think about here is what's going to happen with the special competition caution that's supposed to be happening here within 2 laps. It sounds like the tower is calling out they're just going to extend this caution. So this certainly didn't help Tony Oldham, as he was going to pit right as they wrecked and try to get his fuel before that competition caution, but it didn't work out for him as the leaders pit. Helgi stays out. 77 stays out.
Ronald Jones, 14.
Yeah, he'll get his lap back. He is a lap down, and now he's going to be on the tail end of the lead lap. Great break for that 14 truck, and we saw him fighting to stay up in that top 5, and it paid off. Now he's going to get that lap back. And with the extended caution that the tower just called, he'll probably be able to get his fuel too. Oh, huge break for the 14 truck. So let's see what's going on pit road. Rod Romanes Sr.'s on pit road getting damage repaired. 15 just pulled off. Looks like they both got resets. Dustin Lee's also on pit road. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing for the Pad.org special event. I believe there's cash involved to the winner, the way these pad guys roll. This is serious racing over here, Jonas.
Yeah, Mike, it's I think it's some money involved. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's good racing over here. Hopefully all this stuff will settle down and we can go green.
Well, yeah, you're right. They just need to settle down and settle in for a long green run here. If we're going to knock out any laps, we're on lap 20 of 122. So let's interview somebody here. I'm going to pick up Scott Amy in the 55 truck.
Getting go around the pace.
Go here. Mike Ellis up in the booth for Scott Amy in the 55. You got it?
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
Well, I'll tell you what, we were holding our breath up there when all you guys went 3 wide. And, you know, you were right in the middle of that. Tell us what you saw.
I have no idea what happened, man. All I know is I started going around. Thought I was holding my line, but maybe I wasn't. I don't know.
Well, it certainly is tough. Love the Leonard Skinner truck out there. Good luck. We'll be watching.
All right, thank you.
We're going to do... I want to pick up the 14 truck. You got me?
10-4, Mike.
Well, we were certainly watching you on that restart, trying to get your lap back, and you stayed in the top 5 and was fighting hard, and it looks like it's going to pay off. You should get a wave around here as you cross the line and get back on the lead lap. Good luck.
Thanks a lot. No problem, Mike. I was just curious.
Guys, we're coming up to lap 22. Lap 22, please maintain radio silence.
Starting our tribute to Nikki Clinty, lap 22 of silence. Well, certainly a nice little tribute of silence there. As we bring it around, pace car is about to peel off. Grapemeyer brings him down. Green flag. Wallace Stevens shown in second. We got the 38 lap car on the inside there, trying to get his lap back. That's William Kehoe. So now we enter the next segment of the race where we cannot push the leader. You can push, but you can't push the leader. It sounds simple until you actually try to do it and decide when you can and cannot push. As the 38 gets pushed by the 77 here, the 77 should stop pushing the 38. In theory, he's off of him by about a foot as the 77 goes high. Per the rule, you need to break off that leader. And now we're 3 wide for the lead. This is the kind of racing, this is what happens when we do stuff like this. We're 3 wide for the lead. Let's see if they can hold it. Randall's all over. Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of dirty air when they're 3 wide. They're moving around a lot. Oh, they're going to go 4 wide here. The 21 was thinking about it. That's Sean Zulu. And, oh, the 77 is blinking out as Grapemeyer gets into the wall. Houston Hammer's our leader, but he was just blinking out. This might have caused an incident there, but we stay green. But I tell you what, Jonas, the 38 truck, he's digging for that lap back. In fact, he's got it.
Sure, Mike. He's putting his truck in the right spots. I noticed in the back of the field back here, seeing the 15 and the 33 Rumnus blinking a little bit. I don't know if it's been in the server or what's going on, but yeah, it's a few trucks blinking.
Well, I hope these guys settle down and settle in. We got a long ways to go. As Crandall pushed the 38 of Kehoe up there to get his lap back, and Kehoe desperately wants the caution to come out. because then he will get that lap back. Oh, it's the 46. Buddy Waters makes it 3 wide here for 5th. As the tower calls out Crandall here for pushing the leader. I believe you cannot push the leader. You can push, but not the leader. As 30, oh, I see what's going on. Crandall's actually the leader. The 38's a lap truck. That was confusing even for me. So now Crandall's our leader. We're 3 wide for about 5th here. I can smell a caution as Buddy Waters brings it up the middle. He door slams at Crandall. Crandall goes off. Our leader is wrecked. We stay green. We stay green.
Spinning through the infield, hit the wall, and just kept spinning. He spin that truck about 8 times.
Boy, that's a tough break for Crandall. The 38, Kehoe is still digging for his lap back. He's getting help now with the 29 truck. But Buddy Waters is our leader with Tony Oldman on the inside.
There was no caution, Mike. No caution at all. They're still running it.
Oh yeah, no caution on Crandall. He spun off, stayed down low. Tough break for him. So the outside row really checking up here. And Jonas, I think they're going to go 3 wide out there in the back. They might even be 4 wide back here.
4 wide on the backside. Oh, goodness. It's looking good outside out here.
They're all sorted out now, but... And boy, they're really mixing it up here. We got quite a pack going. As the dynamic of the race has obviously changed with this whole you can't push the leader. So the 38 ducks down and leaves the 29. I'm a little confused because the 38 and 29 are not in the lead lap. The way I understand the rules, Buddy Waters is the leader. You cannot push him, even though he's not at the front of this pack. And now the 37 takes the lead. Daniel M. Rindahl. The Golden Oreos truck. Love that paint job. I'm hungry. Get me some Oreos. He's digging on the outside with help from Sean Zulu in the 21 NVIDIA truck.
The leaders is coming up on a lap car.
And as the lead pair break apart per the rules, the 37 goes down low, 21 stays high. They're certainly not pushing each other, and this is certainly legal. And now the 29 comes back with the 38 on the bottom. Those are 2 cars are not on the lead lap. Buddy Waters takes the lead. Sounds like Tony Oldman's coaching these guys, trying to get them not to wreck. As they come up on Damon Gilbert, and they're going to lap Gilbert. This could be ugly. Gilbert holding it high. That's good sportsmanlike. I'm really impressed with this pair that's a lap down, the 29 and the 38. Hold their own. Gary Konzelman working together with 38 of William Kehoe. William Kehoe's actually 2 laps down. Actually, both Gary and William are 2 laps down, so they got a couple laps to make up. So that makes the leader the 37.
Yeah, Mike, it looks easy out here. These guys really make it look easy, but Imagine you in the car, and your spotter saying, car outside, the whole entire time, car outside.
Let's pick up all-pro racing team members Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert right at the back of this pack, just waiting. They're sticking to their plan. But I tell you what, Daniel Rindall in the Oreos truck really looking stout on the outside. And I think he's content to ride there knowing that these trucks are a lap down on the inside of him. As they split apart, comes up into the top lane, they're going to have to check up. There's an accordion effect going back to the back, and two cars get up into the wall there. Boy, I saw that one coming.
Not sure what happened there, Mike. It looked like one blinked out and disappeared on it.
I think it was an accordion effect of the front pair splitting up. It just caused that top line to start checking up. It was slight at the beginning, but it's magnified as it goes down the line. So Tower letting these guys run. Not calling anybody on these rules. As the 37 and 21 split apart per the rules, they're doing a good job of following that, it appears. Keeping these trucks packed up. I kind of like this style better than the first 20 laps we ran. As they lap Jeremy Crandall, Crandall holds it high. They're going to go 3 wide here. Looks like Buddy Waters fighting for the lead there. The 21 is playing this smart. Sean Zulu, as soon as Buddy Waters got the lead, he started pushing on Daniel Rindall. And he's allowed to until he gets that lead in a, permanent manner, and then they have to break apart just like that. So the 21, Sean Zulu, doing textbook maneuvers here, just how race control wants them done. Really going back and forth on which lane to be in here, Jonas. Where do you want to be in this style of racing?
I want to be on the inside with a good teammate. Still a long ways to go. I might be in the back personally, but I would definitely be on the inside.
Yeah, it's only lap 35 of 122. I think being in the back is probably a good idea. In fact, maybe even being like a half lap down just so you're away from the pack. Because I'm looking at the back of this pack, and Dustin Lee, Damon Gilbert are running back there. But if these guys wreck, they're going to be in it. They're not far enough back to miss it. So you got to kind of, you don't want to lose the draft either. But because you have a partner, you can sometimes catch that draft if you need to. Now, I'm telling you what, it's a dogfight right now for who's going to lead this race. Got a flasher back there. Oh, the 036 goes down on the apron during some really heavy checkups. Everyone holds it together. The surging back and forth with the checkups and the pushing and and then you have to stop pushing. That's what's causing these surges and the accordion effects.
Make sure to check out pad.org or pad.net.
Yeah, I tell you what, none of these guys are being distracted right now, because if they were, their truck would be in the wall, I guarantee it. This is very hard to do. Some great racing going on. Let's reset. Daniel Rinhall is our leader in the Oreos truck. Boy, I'm hungry. Sean Zulu in second. Then Buddy Waters is on the inside behind 2 lap cars. Those lap cars at 29.33, that's Gary Konzelman and William Kehoe, hold their own, fighting for all they got to get their lap back. Let's continue to go through the field here. Scott Amy in 4th. He's on the outside there. Tony Oldman in 6th. Then it's Michael Norris in 7th. Paul Sheldon. And I tell you what, when you're riding back here in this spot, you're about 10th or so, you're just riding. You're just staying off the gas, because if you just hold the gas down, you're going to run into the guy in front of you because of the huge draft. And we got him. Yeah, go ahead.
Plus, Mike, these guys is so tight. You can pretty much throw a blanket over them. It's pretty good racing. They make it so easy looking, but it's really not easy as it looks.
Yeah, I think Ronald Jones, the 14, just hit the wall. Him and the 39 were trying to make a run on the outside, and Jones just went too far and just door slammed the wall. But he's fading. .24 cars on the lead lap. We're seeing some blinking a little bit. These guys need to be aware of that. You can't push on somebody who's blinking. It could spell disaster. Whoa. 29 and 21 almost make contact there up front.
Lap 41.
Yeah, certainly shape up to be a long green flag run. I certainly like this. And normally we'd be kind of spread out, but we're not. We're all packed up. It's got to be this. You can't push the leader in the business. I think the 2 lap trucks up front are also playing a factor into this as well. Oh, they're checking up hard on the inside. Some of these guys go to the apron to try to stay clear. Now the tower's egging them on to go 3 wide. It's certainly possible. And they're 3 wide back here for about 15th for the moment. But up front, Daniel Rindahl and Sean Zulu are getting it done on the outside. Sean is doing a great job staying off the leader and not pushing when he's not supposed to, and doing a really good job there. Oh, we got a pair making a move on the outside, Jonas. Who is it?
Rod Romanus. Rod Romanus, and I'm not sure who that is back behind him there.
There's so many purple trucks, it's hard to tell. Looks like, well, you know what? When you have a purple truck, you shouldn't have purple numbers.
Then we had the 14 of Ronald Jones who jumped out there on the outside. Now he's back on the inside. It's 3 wide, guys. 3 wide.
Boy, Crandall dives to the bottom there. And wasn't Crandall the one who just like got spun off? And boy, now he's up here in the top 5, mixing it up again, but actually is a lap down.
Yeah, Mike, it was on lap 26. Crandall got involved on that accident. He's trying to get his lap back. Maybe he will get his lap back. We'll see.
Sounds like somebody's pitting. The 03, Wallace Stevens. Not sure if that's a scheduled stop or not, but he's on pit road with Helgi Gravemeyer as they come down for fuel only. Back to live action up front. Rindahl still showing the way. Boy, Buddy Waters desperately pushing on the 29 to take over that lead. Here comes Buddy Waters. And he goes high. And now Crandall is back, raced his way back into onto the lead lap there. Oh, and some more dive off for pit road. We got 3 more trucks pitting. So some of these guys who did not top off on the last caution having to pit here and get fuel. And I tell you what, Jonas, these lap cars are impressing me tonight.
Yes, they are, Mike. They're trying to get their laps back. Still a long way to go. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, and hopefully they'll get their lap back.
Oh, they're wrecking the 11 and the 33 wreck.
William
We're
Kehoe.
still green. Still green. Let's take a replay on the 11. They were all in the middle lane, and they were starting to check up, and looks like Rod Roman Sr. got just a little bit under the 11, and the 11 and the purple truck with the purple numbers got involved. That's a tough break, but you know what? We're staying green. On lap 47.
Rod Roman Sr. And William Kehoe was working together, and tough break for William Kehoe. He got involved in that wreck. Hopefully Rod Roman will find him another partner, and still got a long way to go.
All right, let's reset up front. Live action. Sean Zulu is our leader in the 21 truck. He's on the outside without help. No, excuse me, Buddy Waters is our leader. And now he's going to swap with Sean Zulu. We got a couple lap cars involved here. Crandall is a lap car. The 29 is a lap car. We got lead lappers here on the outside, 21 and 37. Sean Zulu, Daniel Rindahl. They're your leaders at the moment. And you see they break apart from each other. That's per rules. This is going to allow everyone who just pitted to push like crazy to catch up with this pack that keeps breaking up because they can't push the leader. There's another one peeled off to pit road by himself. That's a tough break.
Mark Mathis.
You want a partner to pit with so you can have somebody to push with when you get off pit road. So, boy, that's tough. So 10 trucks there with him. That's a good break. Boy, they're about to wreck up front, I tell you. There's a couple moments there with some lap trucks.
We had a Doyle Lawrence. He went down below the yellow line. I'm not sure if he was having electrical difficulties, but he's back up to speed now.
So they're all spread out now. Well, let's reset up front. Man, these guys are going at it. Daniel Rindhall is our leader, it appears. Pushed by Paul Sheldon. Then it's Michael Norris being pushed by the 14 truck, who's a lap down. No, 14 is actually on the lead lap, excuse me. And they're pushing by for the lead. Man, how many different leaders are we going to have tonight?
Is it 4 wide?
Oh, it's really close there. Oh, they hit. The 31 gets door slammed. Goes down to the apron. He saves it. And we stay green. 15 lead changes. Michael Norris is scored as our leader. Ronald Jones second. Daniel Rindhall third. Jeremy Crandall is shown right behind them, but he's a lap down. Then Buddy Waters and Sean Zulu. So we haven't seen Michael Norris up in the top 10, really. And all of a sudden, he's leading this race. It's like, where did he come from? So 37 now taking the lead, Daniel Rindhall. And look who's coming up behind this front pack. It's Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee from All Pro Racing. Looks like they flipped the switch, Jonas.
Sure, Mike, here they come. Damon's 2 laps down. It's 23 cars on the lead lap. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's go time.
Well, at least get Dustin up here in the mix. Now they are in the lead pack on the outside there. Boy, nowhere to go.
3 wide.
I'm telling you, man, we have some great racing tonight. Really putting on a show. Paul Sheldon's fighting for the lead right now. It's kind of hard to tell because we got a lap car up front, but Paul Sheldon digging on the bottom there as Damon leads, coming up through the middle with Dustin Lee. Damon Gilbert, I mean. Oh, and he touches the 37. Gilbert hits the 37. Oh, we got one up over the fence into the stands.
And they're still wrecking.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. The 73 Crandall, it went into the stands. Let's take a replay on Crandall. Crandall is leading this group of trucks, and Gilbert comes up into the outside truck, and he comes down, collects Crandall, and it's on. And say a prayer for those folks in the stands. Wow. So Gilbert turned the switch on, but it didn't stay on for very long, Jonas.
Mike, it was pretty much they're going 3 wide and beating and banging and door slamming, and one end up over the fence like you seen there. It was a pretty bad situation there, and hopefully these guys will have them on another reset and come on back in here and race some more.
Gilbert just wasn't given a lot of room there to that outside pair. He was really kind of up almost into their lane to begin with. So yeah, they were really close, and that's what happens. So wow, I wonder how resets are going to work out. Right now, I mean, all of our pack was involved in that. I mean, we got a big mess. Let's see if we can pick up scoring. Mr. Dustin Lee in the Olive Hills welding truck is scored as our leader, and he is tore up. So he's going to have to pit, definitely. Michael Norris shown in second. He looks pretty good. The 30 has some damage in third. James Torrey, we haven't called his name out yet, so he made it through, but he's got some damage as well. He's going to have to pit. Paul Sheldon, I don't see any damage on him. He's currently fourth. And then Michael Johnson shown in the 24 truck in fifth spot. So getting some new people up in the top 5. I guess this is how you do it, is you wreck the top 5 out and you get a new set of top 5 people, I guess.
Sure, Mike. Yeah, it looks that way so far. It's still a long ways to go, though. It's lap 55, 122 laps. Maybe these guys will settle down and have us a green flag pit stop. Remember, it's 75. You know, I think the rules is going to change again.
Well, I certainly like this current segment. Seems to keep the pack together as everyone approaches pit road. Something's going on with the 11 truck. They all stop as they hit pit road entrance. Nobody wants black flags. I don't know what happened there. So the 11 is a lap down, I think. Not sure why they had to stop.
The 51 Dustin Lee just went in the pits, so I think he had a little damage on his nose, and he's trying to get that thing fixed and come on back out.
Yeah, Dustin Lee pits. He gets a reset. Damon Gilbert's right behind him, picks up his partner. As these guys roll off, they're lucky there's resets here. We wouldn't have any trucks to even finish this race. I tell you what, they'd all be wrecked out right now, I swear. I'm pretty sure every truck in this field has been involved in something, it seems like.
Sure, Mike, we've had quite a few big ones. And hopefully we can get this thing settled down and go green for a while and see what happens.
Let me get a driver interview. Jeremy Crandall. What's up in the booth for Jeremy Crandall? You got me?
It might not be a good time.
There you have it.
Well, I guess so. He must be having some radio difficulties. Not really a happy camper. Went over the wall. Looks like he's reset, though. 3 laps down. All right, let's try another interview. Let's pick up Daniel Rindhall in the 37 truck.
Daniel Rindhall in the 37. You got me?
Go ahead, copy.
Good morning. Well, you've been up at the top 5, making me hungry with that Golden Oreos original truck. How's it running up there? And I tell you what, you guys are putting on a show. The 3 wide stuff and the whole no push the leader really is keeping the pack together. What do you guys feel out there?
Oh, it's actually, my truck's running really phenomenal tonight on the outside lane. It's like in the middle lane. Just seem to be a lot faster on the outside there. Only thing it's going to get a lot worse. I mean, it's going to get better for the racing fans because I'm going to guess it's going to be at least some good 3 wide going on.
Yeah, there needs to be some give and take. I was hoping we were going to have a long green run there, but let's try again. We're almost to halfway, folks. Some really good racing. Let's keep it up.
Well, there you have it. Golden Oreo, Daniel Rindhall.
I want to remind you, please now, for you guys to be able to do that 3 wide, that good 3 wide, good door-to-door racing. On the inside, you need to keep the tires down on the yellow line.
Pace car lights are off as we get ready to go back. Let's see if I can reset the field here. I'm not sure what the 11 truck is doing. He seems to be on the outside in the front, but he is on the tail end of the lead lap. Strange restart rules here. And then Wallace Stevens is shown in second, but he's down on the bottom. I don't know what's going on with the lineup here. Paul Sheldon is shown as the leader, but he's up top. Oh, actually, the purple truck on the inside is a lap down. Pace car's off. And there's some checking up going on in the back. Green, green, green. So the 11 truck at the lap down, as well as the 38. And the 31 is our leader, Paul Sheldon. Randall's several laps down. He's shown in the 3rd spot on track. Now these guys are able to fight back to try to get on the lead lap again. So 3 lap cars breaking away here from the leaders. Lots of radio chatter about that restart. Jonas, what are you hearing?
A lot of drivers on the radio. I think the inside line wasn't moving, or not sure. I think a lot of radio chatter. Not sure.
So heads are steaming as we are taking lap 59 of 122. Love this. Thanks for joining All Pro Racing. We've had some great 3 wide racing tonight. Expect some more here. Let's try to reset our field. We got lap cars up front, which can confuse me a little bit, but I believe 03 Wallace Stevens is our leader. Then Helge Gravemeyer second. And then Kevin Crane in 3rd. Excuse me, not Kevin Crane, Scott Almy.
It's a lot of these pad trucks out here tonight. and I'm glad to be a part of it. And hopefully we can get one of these pad trucks in Victory Lane tonight.
Yeah, and there's other drivers, they might not have a pad paint job, but they painted their rims purple as a tribute. So a lot of neat touches like that. Like to see these drivers getting involved in a nice foundation. I love to be able to tell my fiance, hey, you know, I'm doing some non-profit work, you know, for an organization called PAD, you know, but we're racing. As the field laps to 14.
Make sure you go to pad.org and pad.net and check these guys out.
Yeah, lots of neat activity by that organization. They got some laws passed in New Jersey, actually, that make it against the law to text and drive. And you'll see lots of states have picked up similar laws. So certainly there's a movement about, and PAD is right in the middle of it.
And also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. You can find all this information on all-pro-racing.com.
And I tell you what, up front, man, we got some lap cars in the mix. We got 3 wide for the 5th spot. I mean, this is nuts. I can't even keep it straight. Wallace Stevens is our leader on the outside with Helgi Gravemeyer right behind from Germany. On the inside, Kevin Crane and Bobby Everhart. First call of them in the top 5, and boy, they just took the lead. So lots of people cycling up through the top 5. I love that, Jonas. Get some airtime for those sponsors.
Sure, Mike. That's what it makes this thing go around, and I'm sure I'm really happy to be a part of this PAD thing and broadcasting this race. You know, like I said, hopefully we can. Oh, we got 11 going down.
We got one spinning on the apron. Wow.
Doyle Lawrence in 11 truck.
And we stay green.
And it's still too wide.
As the leaders catch these lap cars, oh, there's going to be some heavy checking up going on. Watch out. Tony Oldman has to take evasive action there. They're 3 wide back here with Buddy Waters. Whoa. Buddy Waters and Helgi Gravemeyer trading paint. As they come up on another lap truck at 31, Paul Sheldon is going down a lap.
Got a row coming up behind the lead group coming up pretty fast. Rod Romanus.
Well, I'll tell you what, you throw a blanket over these trucks, so we got some pack style racing going on. Love it. Randall is a lap down there on the inside with the 65. Kevin Crane is your leader right behind him. On the outside, those are 2 lap trucks up there. But behind them, Wallace Stevens in the 03. He's your leader now. The 16 goes down a lap.
Yeah, Mike, I'm keep seeing Hudson Hammer in the 77 truck. He keeps bobbing his truck back and forth. I think he needs a little air in his truck.
He's made his way up to the top 5. Houston Hammer. Got some flames on that truck. Like that. It's a different kind of pad race paint job there. And wow, you know, these drivers, the way it's working out, they kind of spread out at times, and other times they're all grouped together.
Looks like Mikey's drivers is getting ready to be 3 wide in another lap or so.
I think we're coming up on the mark that we changed segments, but we'll have to see when that is.
I think it's at lap 75.
That's about 9 laps from now, so see if these guys can hold it together. Wallace Stevens is our leader. That Canada Special. LG Greatmeyer back up to second. Nice to see him up there again. Kevin Crane third. Tony Oldman fourth. And Lloyd Saunders up to the 5th spot. And I tell you what, these lap cars that have been up front, they're anxious for that caution they've been waiting for. I can tell. 21 cars on the lead lap. My name's Mike Ellis. Jonas Hankins joins me in the booth. And we have Michael D'Amico's behind the camera. And boy, we got a pair coming up through the middle here. The 77 and the 46. We're 3 wide. 46 gets into Tony Oldman. That spins around Wallace Stevens.
0-3.
Yeah, Wallace Stevens, Tony Oldman. We're still green. And wow, I saw that coming. That was not pretty. It looks like Houston Hammer is our leader. And boy, you sure go from hero to zero pretty quick around here, don't you?
Sure, Mike. We got Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee jumped up to 14th, 15th spot. Personally, that's probably where I would be at.
Now, didn't you tell me Damon Gilbert was 2 laps down? I'm showing him on the lead lap now. Whoa, we're under caution.
We got a big Rick. Big Rick, Dustin Lee got involved. The 68, the 66. A lot of pad trucks got involved.
Looks like it started with Kevin Crane and Buddy Waters. Kevin Crane in the 65. He's on the inside. Buddy Waters, who was involved in that last incident, but is also involved again, but he's in the middle. Buddy Waters comes down. Oh, no, it's Daniel Rindall, actually, in the 37. Came down into Kevin, and, boy, they all pile up. Gilbert and Lee involved. Well, we're under caution again.
We're on lap 70. 70 of 122.
Let's talk some real NASCAR news. Carl Edwards getting it done at Sonoma. Who would have picked Carl Edwards to win the road course, especially with the uncertainty surrounding his contract? Greg Biffle announced he's staying with Roush Fenway this week. So Carl Edwards is the big free agent on the market. Lots of speculation and rumor he's going to end up in a Joe Gibbs 18 M&M's car, moving Kyle Busch to a new 4th Cup team for Joe Gibbs Racing, Monster Energy 54.
Awesome.
We'll see. Certainly, Carl Edwards' stock has gone up after winning the road course today for sure. An impressive display. Back to our action. Looks like 7 or 8 cars stay out, but everyone else pits here. What's the strategy with staying out?
Well, Mike, it comes down to all the resets. You know, I'm not sure how many they have. I think he said 8 or so. A lot of these drivers might be right on the edge of the 8th one, so they're probably just staying out and saving a few in their back pocket.
Well, I'll tell you what, our leader, Houston Hammer, probably not making very many friends right now, as there's several lap cars right behind him that wishes he pitted. So we'll have to see if Houston stays on track. I imagine he needs fuel. I don't know if he missed pit road or he meant to stay out, but we'll have to see. Let's see if we can get an interview with Houston.
Well, it looks like you stayed out there, and you're the leader now. What's your strategy on the fuel?
I've got an idea in my mind. I'm not going to give that out, but I've got a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do here.
All right. Well, hey, you know, we got a new segment coming up with different rules. Tell us how you think that's going to change the game.
Well, for me, it's not going to change it too much. I was a little aggressive there to get up here, but I've just kind of been taking it easy back there and kind of playing it like Michael Walker would, I guess you could say. But we'll see how it goes, see how the racing is up here for a little while, and if I don't like it, I'll probably fall back to the back.
All right, well, we'll be anxious to see how your strategy works out. We'll be watching. Good luck. I'm going to pick up Mr. Dustin Lee in the 51.
Yeah.
Well, we've been watching you and your partner hang out at the back of the pack for most of the day so far, but you keep getting caught up in these things.
Yeah, we did go to the front that one time there. Showed a little bit, but yeah, just been hanging out in the back, you know, getting caught up in all the wrecks it seems, but we're still shouldering on here.
Well, so thank God we got all the resets. You guys have certainly been using them. I don't think we have a truck out there that hasn't been involved in something. But hey, the racing's been good. We're having fun up here. We'll be watching. Good luck, Dustin Lee. We'll see how you do.
Yeah, just want to give a shout out to all you guys doing this, broadcasting, and my teammate Damon and my spotter and crew chief Andrew Williams.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to finish.
Yeah.
Well, Andrew Williams, yeah, he's a good old bloke from Australia. So welcome, Andrew. I hope you can hear me out there. But have fun.
All right, we're back.
Good boy. He said, hey.
So Dustin Lee, Damon Gilbert from All Pro Racing, Andrew Williams also from All Pro Racing, our friend from down under. We've been egging him on to get back in the booth and help Jonas when I leave on a little trip in July. Pace car's off. Let's see what these guys do. Houston Hammer is telling us he's being aggressive to get up here. Let's see what his strategy is now that he's the leader. Green, green, green. And it's amazing that Tony Oldman is in second spot, considering he was all in that incident. As well as Buddy Waters in third. He was also involved in that incident. And Crandall showing his strength again. Still showing some laps down. So he's out in front of the leader. He's right where he wants to be. And Jonas, looks like we got the KMA boys have gotten up here to the top 5 finally. 3 matching paint jobs, the 1, 71, and 11.
Yeah, Mike, they look pretty good. One's on the inside, 2 on the outside, and Trucks is sucking up pretty good. Yeah, they looking really, really good. Rob Roman has got him a partner. I'm not sure who that is. They're coming up in the pack.
Looks like everyone working towards the bottom lane here. Boy, Tony Oldman squeezes it in there and leaves Buddy Waters out to dry on the outside. Whoa, the 46 and 11 touch. And we almost had a big one. Oh, we got one off in the back. It's a 30. We stay green. Tough break for James Torrey in the 30. All right, I just got word from the tower. They've changed the rules. From this point forward, it's all push to the checkered flag. You can push the leader, you can push anyone. This would be considered normal iRacing rules. And now you might see pairs break away from the pack. As you can tell, we already don't have a pack. Everyone's in a line. Out in front of our leader, we got a pair of lap cars. Oh, excuse me, no, it's Crandall being pushed by our leader, Houston Hammer. Then behind them, the 11, who's a lap down, being pushed by the 16, who's a lap down, Doyle Lawrence, Bobby Stewart. And then it's William Kehoe being pushed by the 21 of Sean Zulu. So lots of lap cars really mixed up here with the leaders. I think we've seen it all tonight. I mean, even got one over the fence into the grandstands. And these guys are going to get hot here before long, and this pushing, it doesn't work forever. So these guys that are in this front little pack are going to have to start breathing it here shortly.
That's Rod Roman Sr. and Kevin Crane on the outside. Looks like they're doing a pretty good job, not pushing too hard. Getting a lot of air through Kevin Crane's truck, and they're moving to the front.
You see the 11 and the 16 switch. As everyone's pairing off. Time to make a run for the end here. We got one spun off the back and hit the inside wall. I don't know who that was. That must have been Jimmy Tolliver, who just took it behind the wall. So that's going to leave 20 cars on the lead lap now that Tolliver has exited the race. So interestingly, our two leaders, the 21 and the 77, they have partners that are laps down. So they're both pushing their partner. Kind of unique. We usually don't see that. But because of the interesting restart rules for the lap cars were on near the leaders, it kind of worked out this way. And the 21 and 38 switch. There's some checking up going on in the inside lane there.
The outside line starting to form.
The one is moving all over the place. Lloyd Saunders kind of went to the outside there for a minute and then came back down. And now the 38's pushing the 21, Sean Zulu, back up to the lead. Now remember, Hammer needs fuel. I don't think he certainly doesn't have enough fuel, as much fuel as everyone else around him, since he did stay out on that last caution. And we had a pretty good long run prior to that. So expect Houston Hammer to be pitting at some point. Currently scored P2. Crandall looks high on this front pair, and he almost touches the 38. Crandall, yeah, desperate to get back in front of the leader, who's Sean Zulu. Try to get another lap back, should a caution come out. And Hammer joins Crandall on the outside. They get a run. Looks like Hammer might end up with the lead here. And boy, where did Rod Romana Sr. come from? He's right there in third. Whoa, the 21 hits the apron. They almost wreck as they had to get out of it there. Inside lane checking up. Well, that was a moment for William Kehoe and Sean Zulu. That opened up the door for Crane and Rod Romana Sr. as they go to change spots. They didn't do a good job splitting, as another pair is right there in between them. That 16 and 11 truck, they're down a lap. That's Bobby Stewart, Doyle Lawrence. The only two cars down one lap. All the other cars, like Crandall and Kehoe, down more than one lap. Elge Gravemeyer calling out. He's pitting. He pulls off. I think that's Wallace with him as they decide to come down for fuel. And they're putting a 30 a lap down as Pat catches the 30. He stays up high. That's James Torrey. That's going to leave us 18 cars on the lead lap. Hammer still our leader. Kevin Crane second. Rod Romanus Sr. third. Sean Zulu fourth. Whoa, we got one on the apron. He saves it.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not seeing the outside working too good, but we got two on the outside here. Maybe they could get in front of that lead packer and bounce in front of them. We'll see. So who's got the head of steam here?
Well, they did pull it off earlier. I think some of these guys are pitting. Yes, Rod Romanus Sr. pits. Several cars pit. We have 5 cars pulled onto pit road there. The 15, Tony Oldman. Daniel Rindall's on pit road. So all these guys getting fuel. Richard Stallings is in. Back up front, Hammer continues to stay out as other people are pitting. I'm surprised. He got to be running low on fuel by now, but he is our current leader. And all these lap cars that surround him would be so happy to see him pull off so they can get back on the tail end. He's got 3 lap cars right in front of him and 1 right behind him. And then in second place, Sean Zulu. So that's lap 87. As they come around to put the 65 a lap down, Kevin Crane. Well, Kevin was just in the top 10. And now here he is, a lap down, no help at all.
The 51 and 68, that's the lead, Damon Gilbert. Where did these guys come from? Just where did these guys come from?
They've been pushing from a ways back. I don't know what their fuel situation is. I don't think they've pitted during this round yet. But here they are working their way up into the top 5 now. As they go around the outside of Lloyd Sanders, Bobby Everhart. Yeah, now that we're in the final segment of this race, I guess it is go time. I just can't figure out how Gilbert got 2 laps back. I must have been sleeping when he got those back. 17 cars on the lead lap. Thank you for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to like us over on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to check out our sponsor, Michael Angelo's Painting, for all your painting needs in the Phoenix, Arizona area. As the 21 and 38 take it 3 wide up front in this front pack. The 21 trying to get to the lead right now. 77 is our leader, Houston Hammer. Then the 11. No, excuse me, the 11 is lapped down. Boy, it's tough to keep track here of what's going on. The 1 is in second, Lloyd Saunders. 32 laps to go. And I tell you what, Sean Zulu's got to run. They take it 3 wide with the 38. William Kehoe. And they lose momentum and pull it back down to the middle lane. Guys are sawing on the wheel here, trying to get up front. Dehydrated at this point, 90-some laps in. And now's when you need the most focus, Jonas.
Sure, Mike. You got your Gatorade ready in your hand, getting a few sips. Quite a few, about 30 a few laps to go. On the inside, just laying back. Still got to go in the pit area one more time, I'm thinking. So let's see what happens.
So we saw those trucks just pit under green a few laps ago. Do you think they can make it, or are they going to have to stop again?
I'm thinking probably the lead pack's going to have to go in the pits, get some fuel at least, and come on back out.
Yeah, so let's try to set this up. First through 8th, which we see on screen right here, mixed in with several lap cars, but first through 8th are out here running. Then there's another pack running 9th on back, and those guys are 13 seconds back. That's Michael Norris and James Peterson. I believe those guys are good on fuel and do not need to stop. They are 13 seconds back from the leader and catching the lead pack. So watch for Michael Norris and James Peterson. Then back from there, Wallace Stevens in the 11th spot, working with Gravemeyer in 12th. They're 38 seconds back. We know they're good on fuel, and they've stopped for their final stop. Rod Roman, a senior, back there as well, working with Daniel Rindahl in the 13th and 14th spot. 6 seconds back from them, Tony Oldman working with Richard Stallings. And the final car in the lead lap, Doyle Lawrence, is actually on the tail end of the lead lap, up with the front pack. So 17 cars on the lead lap. Back up front, we got this pack going. Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee right at the back of it. I still think they're just waiting. They haven't pushed the button. And knowing Damon Gilbert, I bet you he's very impatient right now, ready to go. Dustin Lee, the veteran's telling him, let's hold off, let's hold off. It's not time yet. They're very unorganized up front, so they shouldn't have any trouble getting there. They're close to the front. Might be a good strategy. We'll have to see. Boy, we're 3 wide up here with the leader and some lap cars. And wow, the 77 letting all these lappers go by. I'd love to see a caution right now. Get all these guys. Oh, Crandall and Houston peel off. Our leader is pitting. Our leader is pitting. So Houston Hammer brings them down. Working with Jeremy Crandall, who's a couple laps down, but been mixing it up front all day. Fuel only. that's going to reset up front. Lloyd Saunders and Bobby Everhart as our leaders. There's a pair of lap trucks right behind them that are about to overtake. But then we got about, oh, I don't know, 10, 15 truck lengths back to third. Sean Zulu, Scott Amy, Buddy Waters, all mixing it up back here for third spot, working with James Torrey, who's a lap down. And there's Lee and Gilbert.
Lap 97, still, the front pack still has to pit, I'm thinking.
Yes, the top 7 still have to pit. I think it's still going to shake out with James Peterson, Michael Norris in the catbird seat. They're 14 seconds back from the lead pack, but they're a good 15 seconds ahead of everybody else. So I'm not clear if Peterson and Norris have to pit or not. I believe they did when the window opened. And they might have just snookered everybody. We'll have to see how this shakes out. Nice to have a green flag run here, Jonas, at the end with actual green flag stops.
Sure, Mike. It's look, I like to say this. I'm sure the fans are enjoying this. I sure am enjoying it.
Well, we've had all kinds of different styles of racing tonight with the different formats available. First with the whole, you know, you can push but not the leader and all that. Now that we're pushing no matter what, and so those things really mix things up. And we just heard from Michael Norris over the radio indicating he has 14 laps left. That's going to leave him about 8 laps short of the finish. So doesn't look like Norris and Peterson just showed their hand. They're not going to make it. So that's going to leave it back to Helge Gravemeyer. Let's pick him up in 10th spot. Wallace Stevens in 11th. These guys are now in the catbird seat. Right behind them, Rod Romana Sr. and Daniel Rindhall. These guys will cycle around to the lead if this works out and it stays green. And right now, it doesn't appear that the front pack has enough distance on that backpack to be able to pit and get out in front of them. They're actually going to lose the lead when they pit. The question is, when will they, or will they get a caution?
.22 laps to go.
But when does Gilbert, oh, the 71 almost gets into the 55 there. That was close. So Scott Amy on the outside fighting for the lead here with Lloyd Saunders on the inside. Just wondering when Damon Gilbert's going to push the button and go on these guys. I can tell they're just riding back there. They're not really pushing. They're just waiting. It also looks like Buddy Waters and the 21 of Sean Zulu have hooked up here. Back here fighting for about 4th spot. Perhaps they're going to work together. A couple real fast trucks. We've seen these two up front pretty much all day. .30 cycles around to the back of the line. 20 laps to go. Bobby Everhart is getting it done in the 71, running second. Got control of this race at the moment, but I believe these guys still need fuel. Let's pick up the battle for 10th. Wallace Stevens, Helgi Gravemeyer. I believe these are going to be our leaders when they shake out here. Are they racing like it's for the lead? Looks like they're working together as two teams. Wallace Stevens just pushing on Helgi, and the 37 and 33 just riding. Rinthal and Roman, a senior, riding and waiting. Well, I tell you what, Jonas, it's tough to be in this front pack knowing you have to pit, and there's other guys out there that don't.
Sure, Mike, but hopefully your pit crew will go in there. When you go in there, they'll get you out pretty quick and come back out in front of the 9th, 10th spot.
You certainly don't want tires because that'll slow down that pit stop. But you don't really need tires here at Talladega. But I tell you what, I mean, those guys pitting when they did, when the window opened, might have won them the race. We'll have to see how this shakes out. Much like the road course race we saw at Sonoma in real NASCAR this week, you want to pit when the window opens as soon as you can, so you can be that car that doesn't have to pit again. And somehow it seems to work out most of the time. So we'll have to see. Right now there's 7 cars. It appears the top 7 still need fuel. Excuse me, the top 9 still need fuel.
And hopefully, Mike, none of these guys will go in the pits in this top 9 here and come out like Kyle Larson did in the Cup race today.
Yeah. For the strategy to work out for these guys that already pitted, it has to stay green. If we get a caution because a green flag, you know, somebody smokes them on a green flag stop and wrecks or something, that would be disaster for those guys.
So hopefully these guys got some good spotters.
Well, it's got a green flag look to it. Everyone's kind of spread out now. Well, I don't... And boy, here comes Dustin Lee, Damon Gilbert getting a little closer to the front as this front pack is starting to dwindle. I think there was a couple lap cars must have peeled off.
The 71 truck was bobbing and weaving on the backside trying to get air in his truck. I'm thinking he's a little hot.
I mean, the 71 Bobby Everhart, you're right. He's been managing his truck there without switching. Oh, Damon Gilbert's in the wall hard. And there goes Dustin Lee's plan up in smoke. What happened to Damon Gilbert?
I'm not sure, Mike.
I'm checking our quick replay over here on the side with Damon Gilbert. Oh, it looks like he blew a right front. It just went straight right into the wall. We'll have to take a interview with Gilbert and ask him about that. But boy, that sure looked like a blown tire. I bet you he hasn't taken tires all race. So Dustin Lee is all of a sudden faced with having to come up with a new plan, and he's done it. He's up to third now by himself without help. Oh, as the leaders peel off, 1, 51, 71. all peel off. Lloyd Saunders brings them down for their final stop. Whoa, we got a wreck coming down onto pit road to 21. Sean Zulu wrecked really hard with the Buddy Waters. Take a replay of the 21. The 46 Buddy Waters just floats up into the second lane as they come across the start-finish and takes out all 4 of the trucks he was running with. Wow. And that's our leaders. That was our leaders who wrecked. Now, James Peterson is going to be leading this race. And they're going to pit in 2 laps. James Peterson in the 123, Michael Norris in the 39. They're about ready to pit for fuel. Lap 109 of 122. That's going to leave Scott Amy, I believe, as our leader. Wait a minute, I got that wrong. Actually, it's going to be Dustin Lee and Daniel Rindahl is going to shake out as the leaders here. Rindahl being pushed by Rod Romana Sr. Let's pick these guys up. They're currently 3rd, 4th, 5th. Damon Gilbert is hooked back up with his teammate somehow. He got in, got his reset, got back out there with him. Gilbert has shown a lap down, though. These guys know they're racing for the lead as these other leaders have just pitted or getting ready to pit.
15 trucks on the lead lap.
So Wallace Stevens and Helgi Greatmeyer are the 3rd pair that are in the mix here for the win. Coming to 12 to go. Now let's keep a close eye on Gilbert and Lee, as well as Rod Romana Sr. And when are these guys going to overheat and have to switch? They've been pushing now. There goes Rod Romanus looking for air. There goes Dustin Lee looking for air. So they're hot. No switching, though. And you can tell the intensity is picked up. The cars they're holding them real steady right now. They're up on the wheel. And Gilbert and Lee separate to try to get Lee some air. I don't know if the strategy is working out good to have Lee being the pusher instead of the pushee. Because right now, Daniel Rindahl on the outside is our leader. And boy, Rod Romanus getting lots of air looking to the outside there. And what do you think, Jonas? Does Helgi and Wallace Stevens have anything for these guys?
Sure, Mike. They will, since they'll get together here, they'll get up in the lead pack, and hopefully we'll have a good finish here.
It looks like they're trying to get together, or maybe they're just waiting till we get closer to the end before they make their move. Let these guys cook their engines and have to switch, and then we'll drive right by. It's a great strategy. I've actually done that before, and it's worked. But Wallace Stevens and Helgi starting to look to the outside here. See if they can get a run. it only counts when you cross the line. And every time it's Daniel Rindahl in that Oreos machine. He's got the preferred position on the outside. Oh, as Helgi goes high on Romanus Sr. Romanus has to hold it low. Oh, we go 4 wide. Oh, and the leaders wreck. All the leaders wreck. Wallace Stephen makes it through. I saw that coming. We are under caution, Jonas.
Wow.
So Helgi taking a replay. Helgi takes it 3 wide there. Romanus holds it down, but Helgi tries to take it 4 wide under Daniel Rindahl. And I don't know what Helgi's thinking. There's just no room there for that. That was never going to work. And they all pile up. Wallace Stevens breaks through as your leader. Of course, Damon Gilbert, a lap down, was in front of that mess. And he escaped as well. So what's our strategy, Jonas, as we approach pit road? What are these guys going to do?
I'm noticing Rod Romanus got some damage on his nose. Hopefully he'll have a reset. He's running second spot here. Hopefully with the truck behind him, in the pad colors 911, Helgi, like you said, you know, got in a little bit of accident there, and hopefully they got some resets in their back pockets. A lot of trucks going down the pit. A lot of trucks. 3 or 4 trucks went down the pit area there, Mike, and hopefully they got some resets.
Yeah, pretty much your top 5, except your leader, Wallace Stevens, stays out on track. Let's get an interview with Wallace.
Up in the booth for Wallace Stevens in the Canada Special. You got me?
10-4, Mike.
Well, you somehow escaped that wreck right there amongst the leaders. What'd you see there? And then tell me what you got on this restart. Only a few laps left. Looks like you might have lost your partner there.
Yeah, I definitely lost my partner. I may be a sitting duck, but tried to save a little fuel here and see what happens.
What'd you see in your rearview mirror to cause that caution?
I don't know what exactly caused it. Some trucks got together and seen a lot of sideways and smoke.
That's right. It wasn't me, right? That's what counts. Well, hey, you're the leader. It's late in the race at a pad monthly special. Good luck. We'll be watching.
Thanks, Mike.
So there you have it. Wallace Stevens leading the pack around. Houston Hammer shown in second. Lloyd Sanders third. Scott Amy fourth. Richard Stallings fifth. Let's get another interview. Let's pick up Rod Romanus Sr.
Senior.
Hey, Mike.
Hey there. Well, the replay shows you got caught up there, and it looks like an attempted 4 wide. Boy, I bet you didn't expect that.
No, we were just kind of cruising along there, me and Daniel, and he went a little high. Helgi was going high, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if Helgi got in the back of him, but he come down and got me.
Well, you were up there at the end, getting down to the wire. Can you get back up there? You're currently P13. Is there enough laps?
I don't know, man. We're going to find out.
All right, well, thanks for hanging in there. We'll be watching you stampede through the field.
You got your favorite Jeep.
Okay, well, there you go. Rod Romana Sr., iRacing's own Iron Man, seems to be in every race I'm ever in.
Lights off on the pace car.
Well, it's been a long race. We're getting down to the end. I expect the intensity to pick up here. Oh, as I see a couple of trucks flashing. That's not a good sign.
You're almost checking up in the back here.
Well, everyone's up on the wheel. Could be the last restart. Wallace Stevens, Houston Hammer. I guess that worked out for Houston Hammer. Remember, we were questioning him staying out. And look here, it's near the end of the race, and he's P2. So Hammer showed me he's got the right strategy, I guess. It worked out for him, but he's right there behind Wallace Stevens. Then Lloyd Saunders, then Scott Amy. Richard Stallings rounds out the top 5. Pace car ducks off. You want to call this back to green, Jonas?
Sure, Mike. Here we go. We're going on green. Green, green, green. Here we go. Outside, making a line. The inside. Oh, we got somebody checking up.
Looks like the 15 might have missed a shift or something. They all had to take evasive action there. Everyone's going for the bottom. But up front, our leader's got a great jump. They got a good 6-7 car lengths on third spot, Lloyd Saunders. They're 3 wide back here for like 8th or 9th or 10th. So on the outside is the 39 and 123. These are both lap trucks, I believe. No, James Peterson is not a lap truck. Neither is Michael Norris. Man, that worked out for them too, that caution. They had to pit there in that green flag cycle, but now here they are leading this race.
118 of 122.
They're going after the lead, I should say. Wallace Stevens, Houston Hammer showing the way. Peterson and Norris are coming, though. Oh, we got some down on the apron. Romana Sr. Looks like Dustin Lee may be down there for a moment. Or they stay green. But I tell you what, Peterson and Norris are coming for the lead. His Hammer's just pushing like crazy on Wallace Stevens. But how about that? All 4 trucks in the top 4 have purple rims.
Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee on the outside.
I guess it's time to go for them. But they're quite a ways back. They don't have the good track position they need right now. Let's see if they can catch up to this front pair. The front pair might slow up a bit as they get side by side. But I tell you what, Hammer's got to be getting hot by now. Now they all start ducking to the bottom and getting in a line. And now the 15 of Stallings and Tony Oldman are up in the mix here for the lead. And here comes Lee and Gilbert. They've made it. They switch. Do they have enough time? We're coming to what, 2 to go?
2 to go, Mike.
And Lee is starting to look into the middle above Tony Oldman. But the 39 is right there. He has nowhere to go. Michael Norris is pushing like crazy on Peterson, trying to get him to the lead. But Houston Hammer has got a handful with the 15 pushing on him while he's trying to push the leader. And boy, they push clear as the 39 goes high. And the inside lane prevails. To go. Where do you want to be right here, Jonas?
I want to be on the outside personally, Mike, and I'm trying to get to the front as much as fast as I can do. Hopefully Damon and Dustin will get this thing done.
They're getting it done, and look at Dustin Lee side drafting with Tony Oldman there, trying to get up there. They're getting closer and closer. The 15 is trying to push on the 77. Oh, and they door slam with Dustin Lee. That breaks their momentum. That's a tough break. Oldman has to check up, go low. There's the inside lane. It's all checking everywhere. The 55 goes to the top.
White flag's out.
And I tell you what, track position is king here. You want to be this top two. And the 15 goes high. He's going for it. Richard Stallings pulls out. He has no help. He ducks back. He pulls out. Tony Oldman goes with him. Helgi Gravemeyer out of nowhere has gotten back up there. And Crandall still in the mix. Will Hammer stick with Wallace, or will he pull out? He pulls out. Hammer pulls out. He doesn't have enough. I don't know. He has no help. Wallace Stevens wins. So Houston Hammer tried to get a run on him and get the win, but wasn't enough. Wallace Stevens getting it done. And I tell you what, Jonas, track position is king. Wallace Stevens won that because of track position.
Sure, Mike. I tell you, this has probably been about the best race I've ever seen on iRacing. I don't think I've ever seen 3 and 4 wide. I know it can be done on this track, but personally I haven't seen it.
Let's pick up the tower, talking about the winning.
Great job, Wallace. Congratulations on back-to-back victories. Well done. P2, number 77, Houston Hammer. Good job, sir. P3, 911, Helgi. Good race, Helgi. P4, number 15, Richard Stallings. Nice job, Richard. And P5, 036, Tony Oldham. Good job, Tony. Well done. Well done, top 5. Also, all you pad racers. Any racing is for pad is good racing.
I got some correct shit.
Had quite a few cautions and some things that I certainly didn't expect to see myself in this race happen from some racers, but you know, things happen. But as I say, any racing for pad and for the mission of pad, to end distracted driving, save lives, is good racing. So good racing all. We appreciate very much your support, as you know. Stay the good fight. Spread the word.
Thanks, Kerwin. Great race out there. Let's pick up a quick interview with our leader, our winner, Wallace Stevens. You got me?
Got you loud and clear, Mike.
Well, you lost your partner there. You looked like you were a sitting duck. But I tell you what, man, track position is so big at these big tracks. And you had it, man. And congratulations. Do you have anyone you want to say hi to or thank?
Well, thanks to Helgi there for working with me earlier on the 77 to pushing me to the win.
Well, congratulations on that. Let's pick up Houston Hammer. You got me out there?
Yeah, it's Houston, but yeah, I got you.
Houston. I'm glad you clarified that. I've been probably calling it wrong most of the night. But hey, you went for the lead there, coming out of 4. You kept it clean, which everyone appreciates, but it wasn't quite enough. But hey, you got it done. You were up there with Wallace. Track position was king, and you were there. You have anyone you want to say hi to or thank?
Yeah, I want to say hey to my dad and my team, Galaxy Motorsports. Dustin Langert puts together some great setups. And I wasn't going to leave Wallace out to dry. I know he lost his teammate. I wasn't going to leave him out like that. So I worked with him, and I was hoping to either the 15 or Helge would jump out with me in the trial oval, but didn't end up that way. So I pinched down, got that side draft, and ended up bringing it home second.
All right, well, congratulations, Hammer. Speaking of Steven's teammate, Helge Grabemeyer from Germany, are you still out there?
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I tell you what, you'll have to check that replay of that last caution or so, but I think you were taking it 4 wide, and you lost Stevens there for a while, but hey, you made it back up to the podium, finishing 3rd. Quite a run. What'd you think?
I think guys blocking the line, and so we crash, but after them I can go very fast. I have a very fast car. And not waiting very long to go, but Tommy won't not go, and so I go fresh inside and can make the 3rd place. That's funny.
I know. How about that? Well, congratulations on your podium finish. You have anybody you want to take a shout out to?
Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Good racing, Wallace. Very nice to race.
All right, there's your podium, folks. Thanks for coming.
Well, there you have it. Final results, Jonas. You want to tell us our final results?
Sure. Of course, we had the winner, Wallace Stevenson. He pulled this thing out. It was a long race, and he got that win. In the 77 truck, Houston Hammer got second. Thought we was going to see him pull this thing out, but maybe next time. But Helge in the 911, of course, he rounded off top 3, and pretty good show. He was up there all night in the 4th truck, in the 4th spot in the 15 truck, Richard Stallings. And then the top 5, Tony Alderman. He got it, and Dustin Lee, he got 6th. He got in that little scrimmage there at the end, and he got in 6th, and Damon got in 7th.
Not bad for a finishing order there. So thank you for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to like us on YouTube and Facebook. We're going to do this again in a couple days, Tuesday night. Make sure to join us over there for our Speedway series. Thank you for joining us for our special event, the monthly pad.org special race for Nikki. This is Mike Ellis, Jonas Hankins in the booth, Michael D'Amico behind the cameras. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you next time.